a 1x1 twisted rib. Now this is where it starts from that point up, so it's knit and purl stitches worked along your ribbing, but every time you work the knit stitch it's going to be twisted, so which means it's knit through the back loop. If you're doing it in the round, it'll always be ordinary purl stitches and these ones knit through the back loop. But if you're doing it back and forth in rows, these ones will be purl on the other side, so you'll have to purl them through the back loop. So let me show you what that looks like. This one is just going to be an ordinary knit stitch. And then the next one, we're going to go purl through the back loop. So you come into the back loop here and knit, sorry, not purl, knit through the back loop. Then we're going to go do an ordinary purl, knit through the back loop, purl, knit through the back loop. The reason you may want to use a twisted ribbing is it's quite firm and it doesn't stretch out as much as ordinary ribbing. It's frequently used on the edge of socks because those stitches are so small that that extra twist really helps to stop the edge stretching out too aggressively. So we're almost there with coming up close to the end of our knit through the back loops. And this is our last knit through the back loop here. So when I turn to the wrong side, this is the one that we want to remain a twisted stitch, but it's now a purl stitch, so we're going to have to purl it through the back loop, which is a tricky enough little procedure because you're actually going to come in here over to behind that stitch and then you will go purl it. The ones in between we're just going to knit as an ordinary knit stitch, and then we'll come into our purl stitch all the way behind and purl through the back loop. Knit this one and then purl through the back loop. So you can see with this type of ribbing, it's really important to mark which is the front of your work and which is the back of your work, because otherwise you can end up kind of twisting on the wrong side or not twisting on the side that you will need. So let me turn it around here and you can start seeing how you get a very tight twisted stitch. So these are all twisted all the way up there.